Hello everybody and welcome back to the sideboard here at Star City Games Baltimore. My name is Ruben Bressler and I am joined by Bruce Mills, who's been on camera in many capacities, been playing on camera as well as judging, and you've had judged a couple of events. But most recently I think that you were on camera in either DC or Baltimore.
I think it was Cincinnati.
Well, most recently I guess for Cincinnati you were playing Nick Fit. Tell me a little bit about this deck and why you decided to play it.
I like the deck because it's a toolbox. I can green sun for any number of creatures depending on what I need, whether it be a veteran explorer to get more lands out or ranged hermit to just clog the board some. I mean, it's pretty much whatever I want I can find.
Sure. And the real reason why this deck functions is because of the card Veteran Explorer, which is a card that's been reprinted in recent Commander products, but before that didn't really see play since it was in Standard as part of a cycle. But these weird legacy cards sometimes just find a home. Why is Veteran Explorer so good in Legacy?
He's good because he gives me something to sacrifice 2 Cabal Therapy and just look at your hand twice, take something. But he also gets me 2 basic lands, which a lot of people don't play basic lands, so it tends to be one-sided. Like, I get 2 lands and you get to shuffle your deck.
Right. With the specialists like the Blue, White, Red Delver decks that are popular, people just aren't playing basic lands anymore. And Green Sun Zenith, of course, is extremely powerful, able to go get you Deranged Hermit. What other tutor targets do you have, and what situations are those for?
For Green Sun, I've got Deranged Hermit, Eternal Witness, which brings back like my deed or whatever random card I need. Sigarda against Sneak and Show. Annihilator 6, go ahead. Why not?
Yeah.
And Thrun. I play Thruns.
Thruns for like the sort of Jace control decks.
Yeah. Any of the blue decks he's good against, and he's not that bad against like Delver either, because the American Delver runs this sword and you can't target him.
Yeah.
And then Kitchen Finks is the other one I run. Just getting a little life here and there.
Now, the other things that really appeal to me about this deck are there are 2 3-mana enchantments that are extremely powerful that other decks just can't run. One of them is Pernicious Deed, as you mentioned. It's a wrath effect that's able to keep control of the board. The other one's Recurring Nightmare, which is just a great Magic card that doesn't see play in Legacy. It hasn't found a home. So what cool things can you do with Recurring Nightmare in this deck?
Like, my absolute favorite thing to do is get Ranged Hermit to play. Let it die to its Echo. Recurring Nightmare, get more squirrels. Sack a squirrel, bring it back, and just a whole bunch of squirrels.
Perhaps the most important thing about this deck is we give away these Squirrel Storm tokens now for the Legacy Open Series, and you get to make Squirrel Storm tokens with this deck, where no other deck gets to.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
The only problem is I only got 2, and Deranged Hermit makes 4.
A couple more opens. Got to enter a few more opens, trade for them maybe. You've also got Grave Titan, which is sort of like a bigger, not Green Sun Zenithable Deranged Hermit, but that guy will end the game very quickly as well, and also survives Deed for pretty much anything.
Yeah, that's how the deck works, is all my stuff is big. Like, I run 4, 5s, and 6 drops, where most people cap out at 3, so I can blow up everything that everyone else has and keep all of my threats around.
Sure. So the sideboard is a little bit interesting for your build because you've decided to go with a little bit of an Enlightened Tutor package. What are some of the most important parts of the package of enchantments in your sideboard?
The 2 cards I find the most is Humility and Will of Sun and Moon. Will and Sun and Moon obviously comes in against graveyard-based decks like the Junk Depths or Junk Depths and Dredge.
Yep.
And then,
Reanimator also putting up really good finishes in the last couple weeks. So.
Yeah, I almost took it out until the Reanimator last couple weeks. And then Humility against anything that plays bigger creatures than I do.
Yeah, like able to shut off Progenitor Scissor, Emrakul's, or whatever. Bigger creatures than a 6/6 Death Toucher is difficult to come by in Legacy, but the people that are cheating them into play, they're not playing fair, so
no, they're mean.
Bring them back down. There's another cool card in your sideboard that's Memoricide. It's a little bit of a one-of. You've got tops to be able to search for. You got some shuffle effects to be able to try and find it. Why is Memoricide a choice in your sideboard?
I run a lot of surgical effects in the sideboard, but that only works if it hits something. If something's already in the yard, like I hit it with a Cabal Therapy or a Thoughtseize. But with Memoricide, I don't have to wait for it to go to the yard. I can go, I don't want this card around anymore. Let's get them all out of here.
Sure. So, for a player who's new to Legacy, why would they want to pick up Nick Fit?
It's absolutely fun. You get to do stuff that no one else does. You get to play Grave Titan, Sun Titan. I'm playing Sun Titan in Legacy.
Sure, there you go.
And It's fun. There's so many interactions. It has good parts against almost every deck out there. Against the Storm decks, you can just cabal their hand, hate their hand. Against the elves, you can Pernicious Deed and blow everything up. It's a great toolbox deck.
Awesome. Well, if you want to try out Nick Fit, check out the list below this video, being played by Bruce Mills today. Bruce, thank you so much for joining me in the sideboard.
Thanks, Ruben.
We'll be back with coverage of SCG Baltimore all weekend long with Patrick and Matthias. Stay tuned.